Ah! Oh, hold on. There it is. Hello. Did you guys like the timer that I added? It's so fancy. I made it myself. It was, yeah. It's about time, huh? Anyway, I was about to... Here's the deal. Here's the deal, fellas. I was about to go over here. Actually, not this one. I'm gonna use it. It's this one. I was going to do some of these tasks. I was going to spend these tokens. And I was just going to do it. And then I thought, you know what? Since I'm not uploading today, I don't have a video for today. I may as well just stream it, right? So it's probably not going to be a long one today, but it will be a one. It will be a one today for sure. And what is it that we need? Let's find that out first. Guided kills should be easy. Ranged assault kills, not the easiest, but I do have double Reaver 10s. I can put those on Citadel. It's not the worst, but you know, killing from over 40 meters is not super easy. Close quarters kills from behind. These are going to be the three easiest ones, I think. Outside of spawn a tank and earn 20 gold medals. This one, like, earning gold medals is easy, but I don't have a legendary tank. I don't. Let me look. Let me look. That's not true. I do. It's Vortex, but do I want to use it? I kind of do. Let's do this. We'll use this hanger. We're not going to use this seeker. This is not a gamer seeker. We're going to replace this with Vortex. I kind of want to put the charge rockets on the Vortex, though. To be honest. Guess you got Volti first spin? Me. I got Volti first spin. What are you going to do about it? I could do Bro Beam. Actually, yeah, that is what I'm going to do. But I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna put Burrow Beam on Blizzfrost, and I'm gonna put the Charge Rocket on Vortex because I think it's good. Yeah, I'm thinking I could also do Compound Beam, but they're only rank 4, so we'll see how this goes. This should be decent as well. Excuse me, hello? Oh, it's because you got this. Get out of there. I think they're toward the bottom? No, they're toward the top. God, bro, this organization of weapons gets me every time. I have too much stuff. I have too many things. I'm suffering from success. It's terrible. Alright, so damage. We do have a legendary duration. I just got this implant randomly. Definitely did not buy that. Fire rate or mag size? Mag size equals more damage. Fire rate does not. So we'll go with... I'll upgrade that to level 4. And then we'll keep cooldown probably. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. And so we'll do this. I want to spawn the tank to get easy points there. We also have this, which is easy kills from behind. This, which is... Hopefully I can get this ranged kills with that, which is probably not going to happen super quickly. And then just, you know, guided kills. Just in general, there's no... I don't think there's any special parameters to that one. Do we have to talk about how the bots recently have managed to pull out top meta builds? No, you don't have to. I mean, the bot builds are kind of random, I feel like. I mean, look at this. This is just a random freaking stalker with whatever the frick it's called, Versa. That's strange. No, stop. You can't actually see me. Stop cheating. I'm gonna get this guy. Boom. He's gonna put his dome down. Wait, he did, but it's invisible. I think he put it down underneath or something. Don't steal that kill, that's mine. Or are you kidding me, bro? You had one job. You had one job. It was so easy. You literally, it's not even that he had to do something specific, it's that he had to not do anything. He couldn't even do that. It's fine. Blind. I don't know why I bothered doing that. I like to randomly blind the bots because it does, like, they won't drop their ability like that Aegis, right? He'll wait until he's not unblinded. He'll wait until it wears off before dropping his ability. And he also just doesn't shoot. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. He's back there. He's got 130 meters maximum. But I don't know what he actually has. And I won't know what he actually has. The best he's got... Okay, yeah, well that's... Yeah, right. So he wants to use that Nomad in order to sneak up on me. Bro, are you kidding? He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. He's gonna do it. He's not even gonna try. He's gonna do it. That's only 4 kills. That's not that good. I need 25. So I'm just gonna spawn this real quick. Hey man, how's it going? Yep. Oh no. Go away. Alright. Now, I don't even need to do anything with the Vortex, by the way. I just need to spawn a tank, and then... Oh, there's a guy over... Yo, it's a 2v2 this entire time. My teammate hasn't really been doing a lot. Because I didn't even know he was existing until just now. Let's go. Just gonna wait here. What's fun? Is it stealth something over there? Yeah. Ah! Hello? Okay. Continuum 8s. And he just bought those too, right? Like the ones from the battle pass were rank 4, so it's not even like he did that. Don't Continuum 8s usually cost acorns? I'm pretty sure they do. So either he spent money on that, or he spent a lot of acorns on a rank up or something. Come on, guys. I don't want to go chase him down. This is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, it was the last one anyway. Sanji got Volti free spin. Yes, I know. We have a clan Discord server. Private one. Every time he gets something for free, he posts it in there. I'm not surprised. And I cannot tell you the extent to which it does not surprise me anymore. He gets something for free basically every week. At least one thing. It's insane. Oh, someone sent me an in-game DM. This is kind of annoying because it's... Yeah, now I can't collect... Oh, thank you very much. Now I can't collect any rewards unless I close and reopen the game. Will I ever use Gemini Orion? I don't even have Gemini 10. I'd have to buy that first. $5 for that. That's not terrible. Oh, there's a free pack on the Plarium store, by the way, for people who don't know. Oh, nice. I got this. I'm just saving my credits. Like, there's not really anything specific that I'm saving my credits for, but we all know how crate rushes are, right? Sometimes they're pretty good. If there was a good one, then I wouldn't want to not have the credits for it. So I don't want to, like, oh yeah, I can afford it, but that just because I can afford it doesn't mean that I should do it, right? So. Why don't I stream on Twitch? It's just, I would actually say the primary reason is that I would want to combine both of my chats into one. But the extension that I used to try to do that, which I have tried to do that, the extension that I use doesn't really work, and it like freezes the chat for whatever reason, and it doesn't work properly. But like I can. It's full bot match. Okay, nice. I don't want to have to try to keep up with 2 chats at the same time. That's the reason. You faced me in MAQC? Okay. Your team deserved the win? I mean, I don't necessarily know if that's true. All I know is that it was a very, very good match. And, like, I was a little bit irritated right at the end. Like, you probably heard a little bit of frustration there. In the moment, I was kind of irritated, but I'm be honest, bro. It was such a, like, I was excited to upload that battle. Like, that was kind of, like, the one and only thing that I was actually, like, kind of excited. Even though I thought that we had lost, right? Because I didn't find out about both teams winning until, like, a couple hours after the fact. But it was a good battle either way. Win or lose, it was a very, very, very good one. And, I really wanted to end the video off on that one, because as you might have noticed, I really didn't show any of the actual final battle, the 4th match. As I just, by comparison, it was so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm dead. Following up that match, which was up until the very last second, you had no idea who was actually going to win. It was that close. And then following that one up with the most obvious one-sided match of your entire life. It just was so lame. I didn't want to do that, so yeah. I didn't. It was unfortunate. I almost decided to, like, I had a little internal debate with myself. I almost decided to kind of change up the order in which we did the battles, and basically make it look like the 3rd battle was the final one, just for the sake of the video, right? But since I was explaining matchmaking shenanigans and all sort of stuff like that, I figured, nah, I probably shouldn't do that in this one. But that was definitely on the table, because a pretty bad, like, one bad loss is not, I don't have a problem with losing. It's actually good for a video, right? Oh. Okay, well. All these can we not? Like, seriously, can we not? 2 Zephyrs? Maybe even 3. There's a Panther going up the right. Am I going to be able to do anything about that? I don't know. We'll find out. I have about 70-ish meters. Okay. I was going to say, I need to kill him from 40. You're surprised Blizzfrost hasn't gotten a nerf yet? It's the 3rd most recent mech, so I'm not that surprised. It's still not as... I feel like it's still not as blatantly ridiculous as Deathwalker, though. So I don't expect it to get a nerf, really, anytime soon. But it might. Definitely, I mean, it's clearly an overperformer, right, to some extent. There we go. Ow. 1 + 1 = 11. Ooh, 11? You finally got Stormrack Legendary Reload. Let's go. It will absolutely carry your Stormrack builds. It's crazy the extent to which it does. Are you going to gamble with your A coins? No. No, absolutely not. I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. I don't even know what I'd do with a REVOKER 16 if I got it. The only reason I titled the stream that is because, A, that's the primary thing that I'm doing, is I'm just getting the tokens. And B, I had an option to title it REVOKER 16 or Suppressor 10, and this one costs credits, and so people just would be less excited about it, just in concept. So I just picked REVOKER 16 because it's the only one that, like, maybe would be a premium, you know, maybe I'd be really lucky if I got it type thing. I'm more surprised that Sanji didn't get anything, because he streamed last night. 194 fortune keys. You're not supposed to see that. I want to get it to at least 200 and then just, like, open them all in one video. But I'm also, like, sort of waiting for the right time, right? It's like, it's not gonna, it can't make its own video. Just opening fortune vaults isn't gonna make its own video unless I had at least 1,000. If I had 1,000, then yeah, maybe it could make its own video. But otherwise, no, it's just a side, it's like, just like a side tangent, little part of a video. And that would be fine. But, like, under which circumstances would it make sense to add that, right? Not really sure. Until I find out, I can continue saving. It's kind of the same thing with my crates. I have, like, 500-ish silver crates, which can give me a lot of points in the current playoff event, but not enough to win. I did the math. As I always do. Hey. You're supposed to die. What the heck, man? Go away. Now, what's the... Geep Sneep? It's that guy. Alright. Oh, I'm hitting the... Yeah, that makes sense. Stop. Geep Sneep. What a name. Top 5 names of all time, perhaps. Ooh, you almost got it. I was hoping a couple of those would go through, but I guess not. I'm gonna blind and run. Because I need this bacon. Because they have a beacon lead on us right now. Which could turn into a very bad thing, given enough time. That looks like Gemini. Ow, 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 it's not. Hold on. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure he was blinded when he shot that, but I'm not at all surprised. Oh, wow. Okay, that turned around quick. I want to just spawn the vortex, because, again, I don't even need to do anything with it. I just need to spawn it at some point and then get gold medals with other stuff. That's why the gold medal one's honestly the easiest one. That's why I always do that one if I can. Because it doesn't matter what you get the gold medals with. It just matters that at some point you spawn them with the one thing that it asks you to spawn. Alright, you're dead. And then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die to this Oracle. You know, never mind, because he's kind of extremely bad at stuff. Like, wow, okay, fair. What? It's a one dread shot and one chain gun. There's 2 parts to that build, and neither part of it's good. I don't understand. I'm gonna keep applying pressure to this, actually. Like, even though there's a couple other... Hello, I can't, damn. Is that gonna blow up his shield, hopefully? Yeah. Alright, let's get in there. Get a piece of that action. Where's... Gneep Sneep? Whatever the frick his name is. Get over here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ow. Ow, ow. That hurts way more than it needs to. Do you not play Hangar Showdown to grind the gold medals? Not only do I not play Hangar Showdown to grind the gold medals, I don't play Hangar Showdown at all. Even when there's an event that gives me A-coins. You're gonna have to pay me a lot more than 100 A-coins to play that dog water game mode. If I'm being honest, though, the main reason I don't play it is because it takes too long to find a match. Like, I have to try, like, 3 times before I even find one guy. And so, like, if I wanted to play all of my Hangar Showdown battles, it would take me, like, multiple hours. And I just don't, like... I'm not spending multiple hours on this game mode, bro. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a 30-minute endeavor, absolutely. I'd just knock it out. I'd probably even do it when there's no event for A-coins. If it was a 30-minute thing that I could knock out, sure, fair enough. It's not that bad, but this is like several hours that it takes me because nobody else plays the game mode either, because it's that garbage. That's what I'm saying. I feel like everyone mutually hates it, except for the people who are in League 1. Well, some of the people, a lot of the max players like it because it's their primary way of fighting other players, which is fair enough. It's pretty, like, as someone with a maxed account, it's pretty hard to find players. It's pretty hard to get actual PvP battles. And so, Hangar Showdown is just the easiest way to do it. Fair enough. I can understand that. And also the League droppers, I'm sure, also enjoy it, but that they don't really count. The point is, most people agree with me that it's a really garbage game mode. You play one match only for the implant crate and mods? You know, fair enough. That's not the worst idea. I just, like, honestly, low-key can't be bothered. It'll probably hurt me in the long run, and like, eventually, I'll have to care a little bit more than I do, simply because, you know, mod parts are a thing. But I'm not spending my mod parts on stupid stuff, really. I have 2,000 in the bank. Elite ones. Right? So I'm fine. I'm mostly fine. Oh, I was gonna go down and get you, but fair enough, I don't have to. Oh, man. Why do you do so much damage? Ouch. You're not... have you ever thought about just not dealing damage at all? Okay. I guess not. I'm gonna go with this. It is unlikely that I'm able to get 40 meter kills with Reaver. Unlikely. Stolistic Reddit, whatever the frick his name is. There we go. Alright, let's hold on. We're gonna wait. We're gonna jump him. Oh my Fine. Yeah, fine. Whatever, man. I had the worst part is that I had the Sentinel, but I got absolutely destroyed by a random Panther sniper. Okay. I need to get 40 meter kills, but like this map is too small. Like there's too many things that are cutting off my line of sight. So I'd have to be like in the middle, looking down like that way. Because even here, by the time they really get to the point where I can shoot them, since my weapon mounts are kind of low, they're already kind of too close. Ugh. That burn effect is gonna kill me, by the way. Bye. Oh, what the heck, man? But... Zap. Everyone's spawning back there. Well, guys, listen. We wouldn't be losing beacons if you were spawning on them. Have you ever thought about that? God, they never make it easy, do they? Never make it easy. How's it going, fellas? Yep. You guys go for it. Zap. This is working pretty well. I'm enjoying this. Burrow beams they're definitely weaker after they got nerfed, to the extent that I don't really use them on my Surge anymore. But this is tanky enough. It has a little bit longer uptime, I think. Zap. Nice. And I do have a legendary pilot, so, you know, there's, to that extent, it's better as well. If I was still using a rare, like, if I only had a rare still, I would not even attempt to be using this thing, bro. It was garbage. Even while it was meta, it wasn't really usable for me with a rare pilot, yeah. Bye-bye. That's probably their last one. I killed everybody. Never mind, there's one guy left. It might be Sister Lishan, whatever the frick his name is. Use passive as some. I use passive builds more like guided and assaults, and you don't really have Hanger Showdown League 2 metas. To win League 2, you need Outlaw whatever. I mean, yeah, obviously there's metas involved, and I don't have a lot of it. But even still, right? Like, even if I did, half the people in League 2 are just people who are league dropping from League 1 because they think it's too hard in League 1, and so they league drop to League 2 so that they can get easier wins against me. Same as how a lot of people in League 3 are people who are in League 2 who are league dropping from League 2. That's also true. That's also true. It's yeah, there's not really a favorable case to be made for the mode in much of any regard. 4 kills with that. I got 9 kills with that. Hold on. Yeah, see this one. Look at this one. As I mentioned, this is going to be the easiest one. I'm going to finish this one first. So long as I just spawn the vortex at some point during every battle, that'll be easy. And then this will probably be the second closest. I need at least 3, right? The rest I don't really care about. This is just blueprints for a weapon that I'm not going to bother getting. This is blueprints for a weapon I'm never going to upgrade, really. Or even if I did, like, I probably already have enough blueprints to the point where I don't need 10 more. So I really am only concerned with getting 3 of these tasks done, whichever 3 I finish first. Probably the assault one's gonna not be finished, which is exactly what I said at the start of the stream. Does top MVP medal count as gold? Probably. A roulette type of mode would be better from Hanger Showdown. Both people get the same random build. Yeah. The whole thing was like... Yeah. Yes, essentially. I feel like they tried to sell it as though everything gets automatically maxed to, like, you know, even the gap, but it really doesn't even the gap. It makes some gaps wider, right? Not all of them, but some of them for sure. Is that a kill short? Hey. Have you considered going in the other direction? Come on. Redox? Seriously? Alright, fine. Oh. Yeah, you're dumb. You're a big dummy. A big fat dummy. And ugly. Oh, come on. I need a back kill. I'm gonna die to his DOT now. I was trying to get him from the back. I don't want to hit him too many times. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's all part of the plan. You wouldn't understand because you don't have big brain plans like I do. It's okay. I don't fault you for it. Not many people do. Hello. Get out of the way. Yeah, maybe I do finish this one. Is that that's a juggernaut with nade launch? Excuse me? 1 javelin rack and 1 nade launcher? Is that what I'm seeing? What a... No, it's a helix rack and a javelin rack. I was gonna say a champion, but he had a kill shot earlier, so I can't say that. It's definitely not true. Hello. Tweaking a little bit. Brrr. 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 Okay. Fine. We're just gonna come over here and deal with this. Why is he a Viper on his Surge? Who can say? Who can say? He's a man of many mysteries. am I not? We're gonna get over here. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Nope. He's got minigun on his Nomad as well. That's kind of a problem. If I can get my ability off, then we'll be fine, but I don't think I can. No, just barely not. Watching on big screen, nice. You can see me kill this guy in 4K or whatever the heck it is that you use. I'm not really dealing damage to him, which seems like a problem. Seems like an issue that should be solved. That's fine, bro. We're gonna need a 4th beacon very soon. The problem is that one bot. Okay, I was gonna say that one bot may or may not just completely solo all of my bots and end up taking that beacon, which should be a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna come up here and help them with this. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, yeah, we got 4. They're not really gaining any influence anymore. I mean, there's that, but oh, that might be their last one. Okay. Nyom. Nyom. Go away. I didn't even get the kill for that. All right, we win. Is Deathwalker event crate coming? I want to tell you something. There are a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, who have been asking that question. First off, I don't know. One thing I do know is that probably over 90% of the people who are asking for it would not be prepared for it if it came up next week. Save for it first, get excited for it after. That's what I would say. It definitely will come up eventually. Like, there's no level of, oh, it's just never gonna come. Of course it's gonna come up eventually. Let's not be ridiculous about this. Almost certainly it will. I would expect within the next 10 weeks at most. Highest SP I can get on that, on this account? I'm not sure. I haven't tried ever since that one video. I guess I can try this. They should make tanking and league dropping reportable and bannable. Well, the thing is that once upon a time it actually was. So once upon a time they would ban people who were SP dropping purposely. But the problem was that there were so many reports of it happening, there were so many people doing it, that they realized, actually, we can't ban like 90% of our player base, so we're gonna have to just leave it be. Like, it legitimately was, it was such a big issue. Almost everyone was doing it. To the extent that they literally just couldn't afford to lose that many players. Which is very sad. I feel like the general consensus around SP dropping nowadays has significantly shifted, right? Like before people would justify it in one way or another. Nowadays, I feel like most people agree that it's very scummy and you shouldn't do it. Not that they didn't know that before as well, but I think more people agree with that sentiment now than they did before. So if they were to do it, I think they could potentially get some success out of punishing people for that again. But that's just me. I don't know. They have better numbers on that than I do, I'm guessing. Ow. I just took that one to the dome. Hold on. Okay, I was gonna say. Think Deathwalker might come back for Mech Arena's anniversary? It should be the next Mech that's released for free-to-play. My guess is they're waiting for the Crate Rush event because it's going to be released in free-to-play at some point. and they want to, like, I don't know, try to squeeze out some extra money out of people by either releasing the crate rush right after or releasing it right before. I don't really know which one would technically benefit them more. But my guess is they're going to try to plan something out around those lines. Whatever. Eric Dong. Okay. Where is he? Oh, he's here. Ah, right. Okay, so he's got the thing. He's got the... Excuse me. This is like a home invasion. What are these guys doing? They just came right up. And they healed me. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, let's see. Where is he? What's he doing? Oh, he's over there. He's taking our bacon. What the heck, man? Alright, we're losing a lot of influence on this, so as soon as I grab this, as soon as we secure this, our kills aren't looking great because he has a lot more than I do. But he might be pretty low on mechs, to be honest. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I don't see him, so maybe he's low on mechs. No, I didn't see him because he was hiding from me. Stop. He's just gonna hide. Yeah, and he knows he can, too. That's unfortunate. Can you give me one more 40-meter kill, please? Aw. He didn't even do that. Exactly how bad did the last MAQC match go? Oh, it wasn't crazy bad. I would have been willing to show it if it was, like, the second or third one. The problem was that it was an insanely unsatisfying ending to what was otherwise a very satisfying battle. It was really, really good battle, right? So from a viewer perspective, it would have just been garbage, right? To show any extent of that battle would essentially really kill the mood that was built up with the third battle. And so to prevent that, I essentially just used it as like a punchline, right? Where, you know, oh, we were doing good, and we ended up technically getting a win for the third battle, and then we just got, like, absolutely steamrolled in the last one, right? And so in that way, it's just like, it's not satisfying ending to the video itself, but it's kind of funny. It's a little bit ironic, right? Whatever. If I were to show it, it would have been just, like, massively dissatisfying to watch, and I think that's the main reason. I would have been okay, and I almost did swap the order of the last two battles, just in the video, right? To essentially make it seem like the fourth one was our third one, and then the third one was our fourth one, because it's just the best one to end it on, clearly. And I almost did that, but then I was talking about, like, I got that MAQC, like, matchmaking information and stuff. I got that stuff from Silence, and I was thinking, if I'm gonna be going around explaining how this works, I probably shouldn't go messing with the order that I played my battles in, because then people might have some questions as to why certain things happened. Like, generally speaking, I'd be okay with doing it, because it's the same battles, it's just a slightly different order for a slightly more satisfying video. But in this case, I didn't want to do that. So I just basically just left it out. But to be fair, I didn't show much of the first battle either, right? Not the one that was an auto win, obviously, but the second one. Because that one was unfair also, right? Like, I'm not really in the habit of showing or drawing specific extreme attention to battles that are just, like, explicitly unfair. It's like you already knew it was going to happen. So, I showed, you know, whatever clips necessary to kind of get through my point. But that was it, right? Orion in place of Vortex, Stormax in place of... I'm not sure what you're saying. Are you giving me a hanger review right now? Is that what you're doing? Eric's son. All right, then. Okay. That's going to be a problem. Thank you, whoever that was, whatever that was. No, how did... Okay. I thought... He's max level. That's crazy. All right. Fair enough. Thank you again. I don't know what it is. I can't look right now. Yes, hanger review? Okay. Well, I don't care. Oh, wow. I could use a more meta hanger than I already had. Yeah, I'm aware. First off, I have tasks to complete. Second off, I already kind of know what would work better. Like, if I'm only using the stuff that I already know works well, then how would I find out? How would I find out stuff that maybe is underrated, right? Gate Krasger. He's going to be Krasged. Excuse me. What? Okay. These bots seem stronger than they were last battle. I don't know why. Get him. Get him, boys. Ooh, I'm gonna barely kill him. Okay, that's fine. That works. Dang. Why is my... How? They're destroying me. This is fine. I just figured... Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I just want to find the guy. The man. No! Stupid ally dome being dumb. Dome more like dumb. Got him. How are we losing this beacon, bro? This is ridiculous. We're fine. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I'm pretty sure we're winning on kills by a bit. Yeah, I want to get him from the front to guarantee that. Yeah, we get 16, 20. And they got... Oh, they also have 20. Never mind, we have the same number. We have 5 mechs left. Both teams have 5 mechs left. No bueno. I would like to hit him from the front to basically guarantee that I kill him from the back. Since his blockade's gonna block most of it. Blockade most of it. Hey! You're fine. Dang, bro, he's so thick. He's so thick. What the heck, man? And then this is probably their last one. This is probably their last one. Tis of no concern. Oh, tis of moderate concern. Never mind, this is their last one. Bruh. I can't even kill him. He's too thick. That's ridiculous. Am I using the wrong pilot on that? I don't think so. I can use something meta and also use other stuff? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. Great. Is fine. Probably nothing good. No, okay. tank. Ooh, okay. I just have to spawn Vortex. Literally, basically just spawn Vortex in one more battle. It's almost guaranteed that I get a gold medal for something. And then a lot more guided kills is the problem. I need to be prioritizing the guided kills. Aha, I got a thingy thing here. Let's go. XP. What is this? I don't know if I need any of those implants. I might just go with a random crate. More than likely it's not going to be good, but... I'm going to start with this. It can be risky starting with guided on this map, but it can also be really, really good depending on how things play out in the first little bit. Aha! Very interesting. You appear as though you are... Yeah, I was gonna say. You're like a rank 4 click. Boom. Nice. Let's go. That Stasis Beam Panther's actually gonna get the kills before I do. Never mind. I got them both. Alright, next mech, I killed that guy easy. Let's kill you as well. What is the... Oh, my... I need to go down before... He's a cheetah. I see it so infrequently, I forgot what it was called. It's probably maxed. I feel like the only time a cheetah's ever usable is when it's max level against people who are otherwise like rank 4 or 5. It's such a bad mech, bro. It's sad, but it's true. It's very, very, very true. I'm just gonna get back here as fast as I. That's. No. This is fine, actually. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. You're worried. Stop being worried. It's weird. Okay. He doesn't see me. And if he doesn't see me, he's not going to use his ability. Got him. If you can't see me, I don't exist. Must mean I'm not there. Where is he? Oh, he's there. What's he got? Something weird. It's a puma. What the heck, man? What's... Huh? What? Huh? He dies in like a quarter of a shot. Why would you do this to yourself? Maybe... I'm starting to wonder if maybe that cheetah was not high level, and in fact, the matchmaking kind of screwed him a little bit. That might be what happened. Nope. Okay, we got something a little tankier here. I still don't know what it is. Assault pilot. It's moving slow. What do you guys want to bet it's a Zephyr? Possibly Juggernaut, but I'm thinking like scuffed mechs that are probably over-leveled. Is most likely what's happening right now. That is most likely the thing that's happening. Dang it. Ba-bum. I don't know. I guess we'll never know because the stupid bot got him. How many are we at? Oh, we're at 13. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, we're done. We're gonna change into this. Because we only need one more for this as well, right? And then if we can finish these two. Oh, well, I definitely got gold medals for kills. I already know that. What is that? Actually, that's a Zephyr. Yo, I was pretty on point when I called a Zephyr, though, right? I know stuff. I know stuff. If you spent the acorns for cheat, I'm sorry for your loss. Well, you get acorns back in the daily login thing anyway. Not all of it. I think you actually lose some. Because what does it cost for Cheetah? It's like, oh, we have 211 viewers right now. I just have to point that out while it's there. Because what is it for Cheetah? I forget. Let me check. Cheetah. No. Cheetah. 1305 acorns. Whereas, I already have it, so I can't, like, I couldn't. Let's see. Whereas, you get 1250 in compensation. So you do lose a little bit. You lose 55 acorns. It's not a big deal, though. It's not a big deal. Please listen. Listen to what? Do you think Legendary Galvanic Hull mod should be nerfed? No. No, I think it's like... I think it's one of the least effective of all the mods. I mean, if anything, you'd have to nerf the multi-layered ones, right? Add more communication? Yeah, like those quick command Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely not an in-game text chat, or like a in-battle text chat, or an in-battle voice chat. Definitely nothing like that, because that would be super toxic. And there are, like, you know, 5-year-olds who play this game. That's not... It shouldn't be happening. So not that, but more of those, like, quick command things would be nice. 211 gives me luck. It's true. Let's see. Can we get Suppressor? We almost did. It would have saved me. Actually, it wouldn't have saved me really anything. It wouldn't save me anything because I already have the 12. So, like, in what scenario would I even use a 10? I guess a 10 and a 12 if I didn't feel like ranking up my 12. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The 10 costs credits anyway. REVOKER 16. Let's go. Big money. We can... Nope. Never mind. It's already too late. 300 pilot marks. I would say that I need those, but I don't need those. Let's see. What are you? I have 12,000. Well, I mean, if I were to rank up any more than one pilot, like, I have enough to rank up whatever pilot I want one time. But if I were to do more than one, then I would be in trouble. Because I'm going to need it for Neve. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. Yeah, I think so, right? That one's also rank 6. I'm just taking a quick look at my other pilots to see if I'm missing a legendary pilot somewhere. I don't think so. No. Yeah, most of them are already upgraded. REVOKER Paragon was going to be the most OP thing ever. Yeah, and the devs know that, so they can't let me have it. That would be unfair. So, okay. Understandable. Have a good day. Are you friends with BMP? No, I hate him. What an absolute blue loser. Crazy. Anyway. What do you think will come in the next event? Great. I don't know. And I couldn't even... see, first off, there's no modifiers to be able to accurately predict it. And even if there was, I don't even know what's true anymore, because I thought there was going to be Blockhorn this week, but it wasn't. I was... Look at this. Take a gander, a long gander. I was prepared. I was very prepared to do whatever it took to get Blockhorn. But then it's freaking Volti, and I already have Volti. So I couldn't even spend anything on that. I wanted to gamble, bro. Plarium's getting in the way of me and my gambling addiction. This is a problem that needs resolving fast. how you get many A coins? I don't. I just don't spend them. The last thing I spent A coins on was... I'm pretty sure I can actually tell you exactly what it was. It was the Stormrack Legendary Reload Implant, which was about a month ago. I haven't spent any A coins in about a month. That comes as a surprise to some people, because they gamble on every crate rush that they come across. But you shouldn't do that. Not if you want a lot of A coins, you can't be spending all of them. It's ridiculous. Am I gonna buy Mimicker? Sure. But it's in tier 9, and I'm only in tier 8. And I still need, look at that, 12 more tier stars. I'd have to do a lot of, I'd have to buy multiple things. I'd have to, at very least, buy 2 weapons for credits, and then probably rank 2 weapons up as well. Or buy 3 weapons. In either case, it's not going to be easy, right? No, it would be nice. It would have been nice to get, like, REVOKER 16 for free from the crate rush, right? That would have been good, because then at least it gives me 5 free tier stars. Don't have to spend any resources on it, even though I wouldn't really use REVOKER 16. Like, there's nothing in my hangar currently that I'd use that with. At very least, it would get me tier stars. Pure skill 8, the Deathwalker event grade. Oh, I know that. I know you could do that. Am I going to play tournament? I can. Yeah, I guess so. What time is it? Yeah, alright. Let's see. See who's on. Tournament available. Ooh, I'm an expert 1. I have played 1 day of tournament this season, I think. Yep. You want to know why? Because it's garbage. The matchmaking is garbage. Every time it resets, bad things happen. And so I like to wait a week or so before even attempting it. But it probably has been over a week. I kind of just forgot about it as well. Can I send you some A coins? Because you're poor. No. If you weren't poor, then I would. You have only 2 battles. Okay. That's fine. They do post the token order for the event crates? No, they don't. They post modifiers. And they posted a by the way, they posted a cooldown modifier for Blockhorn last week. And this week, we didn't get Blockhorn, we got Volti, which is why a lot of people were very surprised at the things that occurred right around that time. Should I mean, I guess I'm using this hanger. I wasn't really sure which hanger I wanted to use. Hello, how's it going? There are people, bad people, in bad places. Or perhaps in good places, I don't know. Renard. Leonard. Uh-oh. I really, really, really enjoy Charge Rocket Blizzfrost. It is my favorite. It is my favorite Blizzfrost build for sure. Danger 420. Alright. Good to know. I wasn't sure if there was danger over there, but I'm glad he told me. He did. Okay, he got that one. Redoc. Oh? Excuse? Look at this. Well, if it wasn't for Robot Hunter, like, kind of low-key body blocking me and stealing the kill, I would have been able to just bounce that off the backboard and use the radius to kill him. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Get over. It's Jover. Never mind. They have 10, we have 4. I just realized, Alright. That's fine. I didn't want to win anyway. Yeah, this is why I wait. Not that waiting solves all of this. It doesn't solve the problem entirely, but it definitely makes it better. Finally killed him. Ow. You are my new subscriber. Well, hello. Welcome. And I'm not talking to this guy either. Hello to you as well. I'll talk to the guy that was... You guys know what I'm saying. Get him, boys. Alright. Grave digger. Expensive graves, I'm guessing, because considering how freaking... Get him, boys. Alright. No, that's good. How's it going? Can I freeze them if they're in the down unders? I'm dead. I don't know to what extent the thing like goes up or down. You know what I'm saying? Ay. We might be cooked, fellas. He is low-key healing himself faster than I'm dealing damage. Get him, boys. Excuse. Okay. He finally moved off onto something that's honestly more problematic. Very cool. Oh, but he got system crashed. What an idiot. What an idiot. Hello? I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the other guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Crazy the number of basically maxed players you get that you run into. And I'm only expert, by the way. I'm not even in master. To be fair though, I think some of these guys are in master. That's probably the reason. I might have to kick them. I'll kick them, I'll unfriend them. I'll report them to Plarium as well. This guy, Robot Hunter, how dare you? Gemini Blizzfrost is better. Okay. Wait. Are you really behind on the stream, or have you been repeating that all this time? I don't care what's better. I just care what I like. Can you be my next MAQC teammate? Be honest, bro. I think next season, I really want to get a whole team of people who's on Discord. I think that's what I want to do. Because communication is not easy. We get a lot of people who are flaking last minute that we don't know about because we're relying on the in-game chat in order to communicate anything. And that's not ideal. This is a bot match. So, free A coins, but I'm not gonna go too crazy about it. It's a free battle, free win essentially. Get 'em. Oh, I didn't even get that. Okay. Be that way. Oh, I got one. Let's go. One kill. So back. Hello. A single nade launcher. I feel like that's not very common. Am I mistaken, or was Vortex not one of those mechs that can't activate its ability when Citadel is on it? Am I dumb? I might just be dumb. I swear that was the case. It's clearly much more of a speed-based ability than Deathwalker is. It's like, why would it block Deathwalker but not Vortex? Strange. Outside of the fact that Vortex is just the mech of champions, and obviously it's so much cooler. I just low-key needs as much going for it as it can. Outside of those points, I don't understand. It is supposed to? Oh, that's what I thought. For CPC, try to capture as many beacons as you can. Oh! Yo, I didn't even think about that. Fellas, you think we should capture beacons? Man, I started playing this game yesterday. I didn't even know that was a thing. Appreciate it. It blocks, not like Deathwalker. It does block it. Yeah, but why does Blizzfrost not? Because they both do the same thing, where they keep movement-based abilities from being activated, right? Blizzfrost and Citadel, they both do the same thing. So why is it that Blizzfrost didn't cancel out the Vortex? Guys, he's back there. Come on, somebody kill him. Shouldn't be that difficult. I don't want to go all the way back there. You mean for higher number of points? Oh, beacons get you points? I didn't know that. I appreciate it. I know that. Who is... Who did it? Who was it? Who did the thing? Oh, because he's got no attempts left. Okay. GG's, he's out. Alright, I'm out. He's yelling it. Just in case you didn't hear. Alright, is anyone else on? Phantom, but he left. Expert 1. Fire Roach 04. 4th. Late to the stream? No, that's fine. We didn't get anything. I got the tokens, and I spun the tokens, and it's just in Sanji's stream, so what do you expect? Get kills in 5v5, it helps you get more Acorns because it puts you at a higher place. Bro, that's actually 3,000 IQ. And you know, if you think about it, if instead of, and here's what I've been doing. I've been dying. Because I thought that was the best thing to do. I've been dying. But now that you mention it, and thinking about it, if I were to instead kill all 25 enemy mechs, I would just, I get Acorns every time. It seems like an insanely simple solution to an insanely simple problem. And I think it takes big brains to figure that out. And I'm glad that we have some big brains in the chat right now. Unable to complete events fastly. Is there any trick to completing it? You just pick the task. You look at the events. You pick the tasks that you know are going to be the easiest ones, and then you just focus on those. Like, if you're trying to finish the entire event, a lot of times it doesn't really matter. Like, for example, for those free tokens, I only focused on the tasks that would get me the tokens, and then the rest of the stuff I don't care about, right? So I focused on long-range assault kills, which I could get with my Reavers. And this is just, you know, not everybody has Reaver, but this is, you know, an extra little point of, like, you know, it's good to invest in different things occasionally. Even stuff that isn't meta can be helpful in certain cases. If you go too hard just chasing the meta constantly, not only is your hanger going to be nerfed every time there's a rebalance, but you're also just going to have very limited variability in terms of what you can use. So there's a case to be made to just kind of get stuff because you feel like it, rather than just because it's the top meta at the moment. Get blinded. Your big brain? Yeah. Yeah, we got some big brain people in here. Haven't watched RuFFles stream in a while. Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, I actually haven't streamed it. Like, I streamed, what was it? A couple days ago. But before that, it's been like a month. Not really for any specific reason, but just because videos are usually, like, making a video is usually a better use of my time, ultimately. And that's about it. But in this case, I'm thinking, you know, I'm just chilling. I was gonna spend some time grinding out the tokens for the event. I was probably gonna spend some time doing tournament at some point as well today. I was gonna do this anyway, so I may as well just do a stream, right? No big deal. You have a peak drawing of Overdriver 8. That's nice. I don't think I've seen any drawings of Overdriver 8s. Which means that yours would certainly, by default, be a peak one. Probably the best I've seen. Ain't no win like a default win. What's better, Hemlock or Solus? I think Hemlock is better, no contest. Solus Blind just doesn't last long enough to make it effective anymore. And sure, it has higher energy, but the speed boost really doesn't help it at all either. Like, just being realistic. Hemlock is definitely better. But I mean, to be fair though, they both cost credits, so almost everyone's gonna buy both of them anyway, just because they feel like it. Which is fair enough. The blind was annoying with devs stripped out the personality of Solus. Yeah, yeah, kinda. They gave it a... They tried to counter buff it with speed, but it doesn't really need speed. The main thing, it was not even the duration, it was the cooldown. But you are using Solus. Yeah, you're right about that. You know how I know that Hemlock's better than Solus? It's because I use them both. How do you know if you don't use it? It's crazy how that works. This guy. Hairy fish. Okay, he left. Why? Did I get REVOKER? I did not. I didn't get the suppressor either. When's the next live? I don't know. I'm not sure. Bang. I don't really schedule most of them out, to be honest. Berserker a good assault weapon? Not really. You'd be surprised at how completely terrible it is at max level, is the problem. It can be really, really good earlier on. And I suppose to that extent, like, you could get it simply with the intention of using it in lower SP. But the higher SP you go, the more garbage it becomes, even as compared to other assault weapons like Overdriver, right? You want to join my clan? I'm pretty sure I don't have space. Using double Revoker 8 rather than a single 16 is better. Correct. Yes. If I got the 16, it would be pairing with something else. I'm not using double Revoker 8s anyway. I am using I'm using a 10 and an 8. This is more bots, okay. This is my achievement hanger, by the way. Hi. You don't have any way to add me as a friend? No, not anymore. And the reason is because I get spam DM'd too much. I'll be honest. So I just have to opt to not really add anybody unless I've already determined that they're fine. And I Hello. He was showing me his ass. And so was that Hemlock. For free? Man. But yeah, I mean, I understand it. It's fine. I'm not, like, personally offended by it, but it does get to be rather annoying when it happens a lot. And it's just not something I have the time for. Ow. Especially since it continues to mess up my game when I get DM'd during a battle. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave you guys to whatever the heck it is that you're doing. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Gonna get him. Onion? Nope. There's one bot. He's coming. No, there's 3 bots. Don't. I'm going for it. Never mind. Redux good now? Are you planning to get it? I mean, I would have gotten Redux even before it got buffed, honestly. On this account. Would have been hilarious. Would have been hilarious. But I'm not paying full price for it. Just like I'm not paying full price for Eclipse. Or anything like that, right? Even Lacewing. Lacewing's a really good mech that would benefit me greatly to have. But I'm not going to pay 9,000, 10,000 A coins in the Gear Hub for it when I could pay way, way less by just getting it in a Crate Rush event, right? It's just decent money management, essentially. So it just makes sense to wait for a Crate Rush. I'll get it slower, like it won't be as quick, but... Ringer. Oh, hey, he asked me. Oh, I didn't even see you asking me to invite. I just invited you because I saw you. Does Lacewing need a nerf, in my opinion? No, but I think what it does need is a mech that hard counters it to some extent, because there isn't one. There isn't one. There's no mech that can specifically deal with a Lacewing that's up in some impossible area. Volti was a good option. Like, Volti was almost there, but not only is its overhead damage not high enough to be effective late game, because of canopy mods, but it also just doesn't have the range. It's only 90 meters range, which makes it very, very ineffective at, you know, getting a Lacewing who's most likely going to be a relative distance away. So, yeah. I don't think Lacewing fundamentally, because there's almost nothing you could do to Lacewing fundamentally to make it bad or to make it worse, outside of removing one of the jumps or something like that, right? Like, the whole thing that makes it so OP is just because it can get up to certain places that nothing else can get up to. And so you don't have to change Lacewing, you just have to make it so that other things can actually deal with that. To an extent that isn't, you know, completely unrealistic. Hello, there's somebody shooting me. Oh, it's you. Why are you shooting me? You're shooting Ringer. Because he's got one... Oh, no, he's got two. I thought that was one squasher for a second. I was gonna say, what's going on over there? Miniker? I'll mess you up. It's just a matter of time. A Seeker. Hello. Gemini Seeker, of all things. Why would you do that to yourself? Gee, I love miniguns so much. Oh my... Bro. Every time I go back to using this thing, I'm always impressed with how, even though the downsides are so obvious, I'm always impressed with how well it performs. Okay. It's fine. I'll go over here. Okay. Hold on. One second. Dang it. I was hoping... I thought that the shield... I thought the Blockhorn shield was actually going to go down. I saw it flicker for a second. I thought that was like its indicator that it was ready to go down. But I guess not. Hey. Cut that out. Oh, there's a guy in the middle. He's over there. Ow. Well, I guess that's a quick way for me to get over there. They got him. Should you get Orion? Yeah, probably. Oh, never mind. You immediately started to spam it. What do you want to bet that he wasn't listening for a reply anyway? You make a video on new account where we not only get Surge, but also those daily 5 ads reward in the account. That's gotta be like a mobile thing. All your kills got stolen. No, one of them didn't. I haven't heard about anything to do with ads. As far as I know, they removed all the ads. I don't play on mobile anymore. Because it's just really bad for recording and everything related to YouTube, so I just wouldn't bother. Jailbreak. Do I have a girlfriend? Why are you volunteering? No, I don't. What do I think about Nomad being meta or not? As in, do I want it to be meta, or do I think it currently is? I don't think it currently is that much. I think it's usable, but I don't think it's currently meta. Not like top. How many years been playing Mech Arena? About 5. My first video was almost exactly 5 years ago. We just keep getting this map against bots. Which, like, it's easy A coins, and I won't complain, but it's not entertaining. Normally, I would leave bot matches. REVOKER or Howler? REVOKER. Howler has basically no place in the game. Kind of, period. It serves no purpose. I can't think of a single scenario in which I would say, oh yeah, Howler is the weapon for the job. No. I mean, like, you'd use it because it's maybe the best that you have if you just, for whatever reason, decided to invest in that instead of something else. But there's no scenario in which Howler is the ideal. Where's he gonna go back to? There. Okay. Hey, fellas, how's it going? Stop that. Stop that, you absolute punk! Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Should Citadel be nerfed? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I almost feel like it's another one of those... I almost feel like it's a similar situation to Lacewing, where in concept it feels... It seems fine in theory, and so it's more likely that there just needs to be some other things, more things released or buffed or whatever needs to happen to just naturally counter it a little bit easier. Because it counters a lot of things, and it isn't really countered by anything specifically, right? When Burrow Beam was ridiculous, then that was a pretty obvious counter. But nowadays, it's more like Hornet, to some extent Burrow Beam as well, but mostly like Hornet and Stormrack. Low-key Citadel is not that good. It's an interesting one, because it's like the duration on the ability is kind of short, which is a natural balancer. The cooldown is also very short, so if anything, maybe they could just increase the cooldown a little bit more, but that would be very, very punishing. Like, imagine the situation that Vortex has, right? It's basically the situation with Vortex, but with half the ability cooldown. The problem with Vortex is not even that the ability is bad or that the mech is bad, it's simply that you, with the ability, you put yourself in an extremely, extremely dangerous situation, and then you're left without an ability for an insanely long amount of time. With Citadel, it's not a problem, because its cooldown is short. But with Vortex, its cooldown is so long that there's no way you're getting out of there alive. That's the main issue. It proceeds to pray for Chungus meta. I thought that's what the meta currently was. You think Surge is still meta? Yeah, I think most people do. Surgery Eclipse, which one would I choose? From a meta perspective, Surge is way better. From an entertainment I almost went for the Surge, or not Surge, Eclipse Crit Rush event that happened recently. Okay, listen, I don't do the thumbs up thing against bots because it's like kind of cringe. Like, are you trying that hard? But this guy deserves it. Look at that. What an absolute champion. But yeah, I almost went for the Eclipse Crit Rush event, but I didn't have enough to guarantee it, so I didn't bother. We all wanted the nerf for Eclipse because it didn't have any counters? Yeah. To a large extent. I mean, I said it at the time, and I'll say it again now. The main thing that made Eclipse so strong was the fact that REVOKER was a top weapon, and that Eclipse was just barely fast enough to be able to effectively wield it. Other mechs were really strong, but they weren't fast enough to close distance in order to use REVOKER, which was the top weapon at the time. It wasn't Eclipse, it was REVOKER, and I had said that from the start, and I continue to say that. Like, if they had just made Eclipse slightly slower, or if they just nerfed REVOKER, which they did, and not nerf Eclipse at all, it would have been fine. Like, Eclipse didn't really need a nerf. Its counters, by the way, Eclipse counters are extremely, extremely obvious. Anything that's just moderately tanky and doesn't rely on some kind of weird status effect to deal damage. Or homing. It's easy, because it's like, almost everything will outmatch it in terms of HP and or firepower. Almost every single thing is stronger just by default than Eclipse. Eclipse just had the perk of not being particularly affected by certain things that would normally particularly affect people. And with the REVOKER meta, being able to use REVOKER meant that not only were you immune to all of those abilities and effects, not only were you immune to all of that, but you also had like 2 to 3 times the firepower of almost anything else, because REVOKER was that strong. Again, REVOKER was about 2 to 3 times stronger than almost any other weapon, DPS-wise. So anything that was able to use REVOKER was insanely strong. Your Puma got sniped by a Vortex? That's crazy. I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. You're just way too poor. That's... yeah. It's being an adult in a nutshell. Your gamerness shall be remembered. I like that. It's true. I think we got one left. Custom matches? I thought about it, but no. If I don't start the stream with custom matches, I'm not going to end it with custom matches. And part of the reason is I have to think about what kind of... maybe we could do it at some point. So if you have ideas for interesting custom battles we could do, I'm open to ideas. But the thing that I'm thinking that I really need is I need to, before I even start the stream, I need to create some type of like visual graphic thing that I can pull up on the stream, on the screen. So that people can see what the rules are. Because most of them aren't really reading the chat, right? That you end up with a lot of people who don't follow the rules, and it's not necessarily on purpose. It's just that they didn't know what the rules were because they weren't paying attention to the chat. When I watch a live stream, I usually have the chat active, but some people don't, and that's fair enough, right? I'm gonna go with this. I can't use minigun against players, and the reason is because they, like, all of them have outlaw. It's not gonna happen. Alright, boys, let's go. This is gonna be a good one to end it off on. This is the last one, so we gotta make it count. Ooh, and Surg with Hilik. What the heck, by the way? Excuse me? Hey, yo, much appreciated. Hope this ain't too personal, but do you have a girlfriend? I already answered that. No, I don't. But it's fine. So neither does this guy. Nobody loves you. You. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I got him. Let's go. It was personal. I was about sending a message. Let's move on. This guy, he thinks he's safe. He's actually anti-safe. Come back. Boop, boop. Bye. Yo, what the heck, man? He is waiting for me to use the ability. Ow! Okay, fair enough. First time watching me live. Well, hello. Hopefully I don't lose. That'd be a pretty bad first impression. Uh-oh, there's a lot of Geminis. Somebody needs to help me. That's a, come on, why was he... You know, things could have been a lot better. I'm just gonna say it. If you weren't in my way blocking my dash. A whole lot better. Ooh, hold on. Nah, I knew that was gonna miss. I have to try... I have to either... Yeah, there you go. I don't have my missile pilot on this build specifically, which is a problem. They're at 77. This is not good. I had my missile pilot on my Blizzfrost. Gotta go. We gotta go, boys. We have to get moving. We have to get going. We got places to be. I got an appointment. What the heck? He's maxed out. He's got double tens. Yeah. I love that. And that's a thing. This is a thing that I bring up a lot, and I feel like a lot of people don't really appreciate the reason that I bring it up, or how often I bring it up. Every time a mech comes out, every time a new mech is introduced, or anytime I talk about a mech, pros and cons, whatever, I almost always mention the weapon mounts and where they're located. And it's important because Ares has some of the highest weapon mounts in the game, being that like the distance between where the weapon sits and the ground when you're just standing is very high, and that allows him to stand completely off that one ramp on the center beacon. It allows him to stand completely off of it, but still shoot the Geminis over. And so like certain weapons can be used really well with stuff like that. And were we beating them on kills? 10, 16, I don't know. I couldn't count ours. Probably not. Well, that was my last one. You failed me for the last time. Today, anyway. But yeah, that's the reason that I mention that. I bring that up a lot. Because high weapon mounts is really good. It also gives you just natural high ground type thing, which makes using radius weapons a lot easier. And low weapon mounts is the exact opposite. You really don't want that. It makes radius weapons very difficult to use. It makes it hard to, like, you have to expose a lot of your body in order to like poke out, like take that center beacon, for example, right? Somebody with low weapon mounts, like let's say a parasite, it's very low weapon mounts. He would have had to have gone pretty much all the way up to the very top of that ramp in order to poke his weapons out on top of it, in order to be able to use that ramp as cover. And at that point, it's not even cover anymore because it's like your entire body's out. So, weapon mounts are more important than you probably think. Can you join? No, I mean, that was my last battle. Quasher or Continuum? Quasher is decent, Continuum is not. That's what I would say. Screw guided spammers needs to be a sticker? Yeah, probably. It's become a problem. Citadel in its prime or unnerfed Hemlock? I mean, unnerfed Hemlock was strong, but it wasn't like top 3. I don't think Hemlock was ever top 3. Should you gamble for continue? You shouldn't spend A coins on it. Still worth maxing Tengu at 5k? You'll get very good results at 5k. The problem is that you won't get very good results at, I'd say like 8 to 9k is where it's going to significantly start falling off. So if you're taking it very slow and you don't really plan to, you know, progress very much or very quickly, then sure, go for it. But if you plan to be ranking up some of your legendary stuff, or if you plan to be, you know, overall just, you know, getting better pilots, implants, stronger mods, all that sort of thing, and you're just generally progressing in a relatively quick manner, if that's your goal, then don't worry about that, because it's not going to last you very long. You got Continuum 16 yesterday? Nice. Yeah, I was hoping to get this. The 16 would have been nice to get, because I got the 8 from the Battle Pass, right? The 16 would be nice to get. If I got the 12, that would be honestly kind of sad, because the 12 is credits in the Gear Hub. So, like, I could get it rank 5 for credits instead. But, no. Oh, well. You have 3,000 Acorns in Tier 6? I mean, if you have everything from Tier 6, being Panther and Orion specifically, if you have those 2 good mechs from Tier 6 already, just save it for a crit rush event. There's no need to, like, you don't need to spend it just because you have it. The chance is so low, it's impossible to pull 12 or 16. Well, actually, I mean, like, I did the math on it. It was actually surprisingly somewhat reasonable. Like, you would expect to, because, you know, the last time something like this happened, where it was, like, an insanely low chance to get the main prize? The last time it was, like, a legendary ability cooldown or something like that. No, it was, like, Charge Rocket 8, I think, was one of them. There's a couple others. Maybe Compound Beam 8, I think. I don't remember. But there was, like, usually when this happens, it's like the amount of A coins that it would require. If you were to spend A coins, it would take an insanely long amount of time to get anything good. And by time, I mean price, right? It'd be like, it's like 12,000 A coins to, statistically about 12,000 A coins to get the main prize. In this case, I think it's about 6,000 or something like that to get one of the top 3 prizes. It's like, that's not that bad. Like, statistically, the odds to get one of these top 3 were higher than most of them. So to some extent, I appreciate that. Not that you should be spending A coins on it, obviously. But all I'm saying is I think I recall I did the math, and it turned out to be more favorable than I initially expected. Trade my rank 4 Blockhorn for your Charge Rocket 10? No. Because once I get a rank 4 Blockhorn, I'm gonna need the Charge Rocket 10s to put on it. I'm actually not sure, but I might. I am excited to get, you know, a more tanky 20 energy mech, because currently the only one that I really have is Citadel. And so it's not really worth it to me to rank up my Charge Rocket 10 or to do certain other things. Like, yeah, it's like I could rank up my Stormwreck 10, for example, as well, right? Like, see, these are things that I could do, but I put it on one mech. Ultimately, a Stormwreck Hemlock is going to be better than a Stormwreck Citadel, so, like, why would I even bother ranking up Stormwreck 10, right? It's like, oh, it's a good weapon. Yeah, but I don't need to do it now. I could do it later. So Blockhorn was one I was excited for, because it's another one that's actually, like, tanky enough to be able to use some of these other weapons. Almost all the other heavy energy or, like, high energy mechs that I own are super fragile, and they can only really be effectively used with ranged weapons. Blockhorn's shield is so bad. What makes you say that? I think it's really good. You just gotta use it right. Durability wise, I mean, it's the second strongest shield. 500,000 HP at max. It's pretty good. Claim achievements and season rewards? No, I'm saving my achievements. You guys don't get to see that yet. RuFFles noob come 1v1 me. Guys, should I 1v1 this guy? Okay, listen. I know it's... As a pro gamer yourself, since I'm the noob, I'm aware. However, I need your in-game ID, not your in-game name. If I were to do a 1v1, it doesn't... You can't use the name. It doesn't work like that. 1v1? Okay. Hey, maybe he wins, guys. Don't trash talk him yet. Maybe he's right. Please don't do it. All right, I think half of you guys don't really care, and it doesn't seem like he's going to actually put his ID in here anyway, so whatever. You got tournament match opponent 11k SP while you're only 7k. This is okay. Listen. There's a thing that you guys need to understand, and it's right in front of you as well. I'm not joining custom matches. Go to tournament. Go to the info thing. Matchmaking. How does matchmaking work in tournaments? Players are matched in tournaments based on their tournament ranking points. That's it. There's no level of SP matchmaking at all in tournament. People think that there is, but there isn't. It doesn't even attempt to look at your SP. So it only looks at where are you, what rank are you in the tournament, and it just puts you up against other people who are in that bracket. That's it. All right, hold on, let me see. Start a poll. Should I hold on, I could check his hanger first. Should I 1v1 this guy? Earth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It doesn't seem fair. You keep fighting maxed people. Oh, you're correct. It's not fair. But what I'm saying is this is something you should expect. This is not an anomaly. This is not Plarium failing to, fairly apply their SP based. What I'm saying is there was never supposed to be SP based matchmaking in tournament. That's the whole thing. It is working as intended. Now, if you want to complain about that, fair enough. You probably could and should complain about, any unfair match that you get, I think deserves to be pointed out, right? But what I'm saying is, if you're complaining about the wrong thing, if you don't understand the problem and you're complaining about the wrong thing, then ultimately your concerns get ignored. And that's the problem, right? If you don't fully understand the problem, then you're not going to fully understand the solution. And most of the time, as soon as Plarium picks up on the fact that there was no you don't really understand it, they're just gonna assume that you don't really know what you're talking about. They're just gonna ignore you for the most part. Why don't you battle someone tougher? Well, because this guy wanted me to 1v1. I agree that this guy's fairly weak. If he wins, then he's right. I definitely am a noob. Surge or Eclipse, please stop spamming. He's probably not listening for a reply anyway. Plarium can't even get SP-based matchmaking right either. I.e. Hanger Showdown and regular matches. Hanger Showdown is not SP-based matchmaking either. See, that's the thing, is that you have the entire concept of what matchmaking should be. You're basing everything off of SP, and it's just not even there. I'm pretty sure Hanger Showdown matchmaking is entirely based on your league. People will be rage baiting you into 1v1 every stream after this. Oh, I know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What a win, right? Here's the thing. As soon as this is over, he's banned for spamming. But I was going to end the stream and I didn't have anything interesting to show you guys. So, random 1v1 with this random guy. Again, don't talk down about him, because he might be really good. You don't know. I don't know. Let me make sure that I got my best hanger here. Custom match, control point clash. No, we're gonna do this on my terms, just to make sure there's no foul play. I'll invite you. Because I don't want you to add some random guy last second. I don't know what you're gonna do. How do you want to do it? CPC with bots, just you know, random 5v5 map, 2v2 map. Deathmatch? Okay. We'll just do a random deathmatch map. Deathmatch any map. Okay. Could we be same team MAQC? No. I don't think so. I think next season what I'm going to do, which is going to start pretty soon, by the way. I think next season what I'm going to do, sorry, is I'm going to try to make sure that every single one of my teammates are people that I know and I have them on Discord. Because it's complicated trying to manage teams, trying to manage, like, time zones and stuff. There was a couple times last second where... hold on, I don't want to keep this guy waiting. I think this is fine. There were a couple times where last second people were like, oh yeah, by the way, I can't actually, I can't show up. And that's just annoying. I don't want to deal with that. So I think having people in Discord is going to largely solve that issue. And with any luck, I'm not going to have to do that. The heck is that? Gonna try to get up to the top. I mean, we can play this game, right? Wait, you think I'm just gonna give you a free kill? No. We'll just time it out. I can actually see where he is, too. I don't know why the shadows work like that. It's so weird. You see me? Oh, I mean, I see you. He says come out like he's not the one that's camping on a roof. No, we're not going to play this. See, what you think is that you just get up to a roof and you get a bunch of free kills. I don't have to do that. I could just choose to be under here and not give you any kills. You see how that works? You see how actually I don't have to do nothing for you. I appreciate your cooperativeness. Especially now that there's no time for you to do anything about it. It's very generous of you. Should have done that sooner. You should have done that way sooner. Okay, so now he's not going to try that again. Ooh, nice shot. Yeah. Well, he's rank 5. Not really any implants on that, though. Good shot, though. He got that off. That's crazy. You hate how people change mechs when you're about to kill them so that you don't get the kill. They do it to respawn faster. Yeah, to respawn faster. They don't actually do it for the reason that you think. They don't care if you get the kill. They do it to respawn faster most of the time. Maybe in free-for-all they do. They do it for that reason, but most of the time not. Yeah, I don't really have anything to do with that. Yeah, 1 win for you now. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Start with Surge next round? Okay, well, if I agree to that, then he's just going to use his Lace Swing first off. Or, like, he's just going to be ready for it, right? Like, I get it. Tetra Final Shot does more damage than Railgun Final Shot? Probably. Not as much as EM Rifle, though. EM Rifle is the highest single shot. Even higher than Tetra. Like a full charged Tetra. You hope I lose? Yeah, that's fair. It's mean, but fair enough. I'm not 1v winning anybody else. I think I have the radius for that. It's like just outside of my range, too. I have 80 meters range. For those of you who don't know. He might know that as well, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's strong. Do I have any type of Versa? I got the 6 from the what's it called? Battle Pass. That was pretty boring 1v1. Use Seeker. I would have had to have scrapped my mech at least once in order to do it, and at that point it just would have put it right back to the way it was. Defeated me with lower SP. Oh. Alright, well, you're banned for spamming. He was camping and watching my screen? Well, yeah. Well, it's also like, I didn't have Strike Rocket in here. If I did, I would have been able to kill his Lace Swing easily, but I didn't. Probably should have. It does kind of come down to the map. It does definitely come down to the map. And it also goes back to what I said, which was, oh, yeah. It goes back to what I said, which was that Lace Swing isn't necessarily, like, in itself super strong, but it is something that no mech really has a specific, like, counter to it. There's no real counter to a Lace Swing being up on an impossibly high area, right? Like, most of my weapons can't hit them. Most of my mechs can't hit them. Literally, it's just We just waited there for the match to end both times, right? Both times. Just waited there for the match. It's really lame. It's really lame. So I think even to the extent that maybe just more mechs should be able to get up there, I don't know. Why don't I have Gemini Orion? Well, not everybody uses Gemini Orion, that's why. 1v1, you know that? No, I'm not 1v1ing people. Should have selected a smaller map. Well, it was random. It came down to random map selection. And a lot of smaller maps do have sort of similar places as well. Did I get REVOKER? I didn't. Is this my main hanger on this account? Yeah, I kind of go back and forth between these two. Well, this one usually has the Blizzfrost there and then the Seeker there, but I was using this for the task that required using a tank, right? So usually I just have two different variations of this hanger, where one of them's built for a little bit longer range and the other one isn't. Sometimes I'll use like Graviton Beam or Minigun on the Citadel as well, as opposed to Reaver, because it's a very low range weapon, right? But generally speaking, yeah, this is basically how I have it. It's basically how I have it permanently. But I don't have two missile pilots is part of the problem, right? So that doesn't deal a crazy amount of damage. Watch Sanji get it with a free token. He was streaming last night, and he tried to get it, but he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't. I actually, when I came back, he was finished streaming because I had to get food. But when I came back, he was done streaming, and I rewound the stream a bit to see if he got anything, because I was like, you know, probably he did, but no. How's your SP so low with these good builds? I mean, it's just the ranks, right? Like, most of them are rank 4. I shouldn't say most of them, it's just 2 of them. 2 are rank 4, 2 are rank 5, 1's rank 6. The builds themselves are pretty good, but there's so much to be done in terms of, like, upgrading. Not even just in terms of mods and pilots, but also, like, mods, pilots, and implants. But just in terms of, like, the mechs themselves, right? So, like, this is 625. If I were to max it out, it'd be 1,094. Just, like, 50% more-ish. And so that applies to the mechs, and it also applies to the weapons as well, right? Like, the 10, for example. Well, I'm going to use something easier. Let's use something simpler. This is 121 power for the 8. But if I was using double 12... Double 12, because it's not just like I'm ranking up the weapon. I also have to get higher energy weapons, too. Where the heck is it? Does it not exist? Am I passing it up? Am I really stupid? Hold on. Wait, why don't I see it? It's just not there. What? Whatever. But yeah, the point is there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. Blind RuFFles, was it actually right there? Because it's pay to win. Yeah, but I thought it shows it anyway, right? Maybe not. Oh, I guess, yeah. I guess not. Anyway, it was like yeah, it was 121 versus this would be 225. So that's like almost double. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's a lot. Can you get Compound Beam for free? Not anymore. You got Compound Beam 8 for free from the Battle Pass, like 3 Battle Passes ago or something like that. Or the purple beam's better than the red ones. At this point, yeah. Generally speaking. It doesn't show unless there's an offer for it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. $8,008 coins, what are you saving for? Well, I was gonna get Blockhorn, but it didn't show up. It ended up being Volty this week, which is sad. Pookie Macarena. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying this stream. I think we are about to end it, though. Would I like to CPC? Well, let's see. If I have any tasks, then sure. But if not, then it's kind of pointless. MVP... I mean... These are pretty close. Should I finish these off? I can finish this off. I mean, it's 2 days left, right? I got time. But we could finish this off right now. 100 acorns. Champion crate. You're pretty sure Mimicker is in Monday crate? But Mimicker was rather recently, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. No, I didn't. Alright, who was it that was asking for CPC? Oh, I'm sorry. Give us a closer look at the Lancer figure. Oh, yeah. When I first got it, I showed it a lot more in detail. It's got some dust on it. It's good enough. It's good enough. Yep. So. Yeah. That's some good stuff. It looks really nice. And I keep it right here. Not because it's a nice place to keep it, but because it's just barely in frame. I could technically keep it up here, but it's too far back. I feel like you can't see it as nicely, so I like to keep it there because it's a bit closer. It's you? Okay. I don't want to go do a full team of 5 because most likely it's just going to be bots. I want to get some player matches. You really want something like that? Player M sent it to me for their, for their anniversary, I think. So, it's not something you can buy, unfortunately. For MAQC6 requirement to be in my team is to have Discord. I didn't say that. Nah, I mean, I'm not really one to join Discord calls with random people I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it like this. Just treat it like it's not open. Just treat it like there isn't a spot. Because even if there was, I wouldn't say so. Because I'd have too many people trying to join my team. And at that point, I have to then explain why I'm choosing some people and not other people, and it just becomes a big old ordeal. And I just don't want to deal with that. So just assume that there isn't space. I'll probably end up with a squad of people who are already in my clan anyway. Oh, he still got it off on me? That's crazy. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Oh, the EMP is exact opposite. He joins random Discord calls and plays with any person. That's, I don't know. To me, that's just kind of weird. Like, to be fair though, I'm a naturally, I wouldn't say antisocial, but I'm not a sociable person, right? That's just the way it is. All right, I'm fine. I gotta have enough ammo to kill short. I might be dead actually. I might be dead actually. No, we're fine. Hold on. I have a newfound respect for cheetahs. I don't know what they did to them, but the last like week or so, those mines have been destroying me. They never used to do that. Every time I ran into a cheetah, it was always extremely, like, it's just an easy kill. It's a free kill, essentially. I wish that they would buff cheetah. It needs one badly. Yo, what the heck happened? Thanks for the barrier. The Puma barrier. Top 5 most OP barriers. Oh, hold on. I was reading stuff. You must learn the free-to-play look ways. I'll teach you. That... I don't even know what that means. That sounds like the sort of thing I'm not ready for. It sounds like it's gonna take like at least 3 years of life commitment. And like probably a cave involved or something. Free pack on Plarium Store. Yeah, you're right. You were the maxed kill shot in my live free-for-all custom stream. Well, I wouldn't have known that if you didn't tell me. Oh, so it's not okay. We're gonna have to restart. I appreciate the apology though. I do understand that most people don't follow the rules simply because they didn't read them, because they just aren't active in the chat, like they're not paying attention to the chat. I always make sure to like, I have it pinned. I like repeat it multiple times. I try to say it out loud as well, right? Like make sure you're following the rules. But I think doing a visual thing on the screen is definitely going to be something that would help. And I think last time I did that, I didn't have too many issues either, if I recall. Acorns. Let's go. I need 2 more MVPs. You should get another missile pilot. I mean, you got one you want to give me? Like, I'm not sure what you mean. Like, yeah, obviously I would take one. Make custom? Nah, not today. Well, if I do a custom stream, then that'll just be the entire thing. And again, I want to make sure that I make like a little thing to put on screen before I even start the stream, so that I don't have to worry about that. That's something I've come to realize for custom streams, especially. I'm gonna need the rules like up on the screen. Fire Striker is in a battle. I would invite you. I'll invite you next time. Let's do 3 or 4. Charge Rocket's really hard for mobile players? I don't know. I've heard some people say that it's manageable. I don't play on mobile. What's my stream delay? I don't know. I don't think it's much. It's only a little bit. Yeah, we can go with this. I don't really have any reason not to. Still no people. Dang it. Which mech would I get first? Redox, Mimicker, or Citadel? I mean, Mimicker's not even remotely meta. Citadel is stronger than Redox, and Redox is not going to have the modifier forever, so it's going to be weaker after a little while. But even already, Citadel's stronger. Hey, how's it going? So it's pretty easy choice, I would say. Cheetahs. They're about to poop on me. No, stop. The maintenance required for these guys, bro. They don't clean up after themselves. Look at that. Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna get him? Yeah. I'm gonna go this way. Ooh, he's trying to sniper. Bots are probably programmed to, if they're within 80 meters. Okay. If they're within 85 meters, they're programmed to use the machine gun. If they're not within 85 meters, they're just programmed to use the... Well, that's unfortunate. They're programmed to use the sniper. That's probably how it works. Use Silverthorn next? Okay. OP. Should have maybe used that sooner. I'm fine. No problems. So it is still meta after its modifiers. I didn't expect that. Yeah, it was definitely stronger than I expected, and I think most people... I mean, obviously, I undersold it on my tier list, right? A lot of people would agree with that. But even the you know, top meta people at the time, almost all of them agreed that it probably wouldn't be meta after the modifiers were over. Like, Platinum agreed with me on that and everything. But it is. I was not expecting that for sure. Is Silverthorn good? No. You feel like for the disparity in the fourth match, we did well? Yeah. No, I'm not, like, super disappointed in how it went. It just made for a really bad finale match. That's the problem. Like, the problem for me, not in this, like, from a match perspective, but the problem for me from, like, I have to make this into a good video perspective, right? It goes from, wow, that was a really, really close, crazy, intense battle, to, oh my gosh, this battle's, like, insanely one-sided, and there's no way that you were ever gonna win, right? It was basically just they just get to win for free. And some battles are like that. Some battles are like that. But having that as the finale is just super anticlimactic. It doesn't leave the viewers off on, like, a good note. It's not nice. It's not nice ending for a video like that. And so I didn't show much of it. How do I feel about charge rockets on Blizzard? For me, it's my favorite build. For me, it's my favorite one. I think it is. I think it is very, very good. Because you get to use the radius. Having a weapon with radius is very helpful because you can freeze somebody and like lock them in place essentially on the opposite side of some wall. So you never have to expose yourself, and then you can use the weapon, which has radius, to deal damage to them. Now, some people prefer Gemini, which you can also curve, but it's less likely to be able to curve without you having to expose yourself. Like, you're more likely to have to expose yourself at least a little bit for that. But having at least radius is very good for that. And then also just the extra speed. Like, I can put myself in a kind of bad situation and then get out very quickly after using my ability. Like, I don't have to be so careful as to what type of situation I put myself in. Normally, everyone's dead. Normally, I would, simply because without the ability, I would be very vulnerable. Minigun. Let's go. Ah, no. No, please. Don't do this to me. You can't read everyone's... I mean, yeah, that's true. I feel like something happened without my knowing so. Like, I feel like something happened and people are talking about it and I don't even know what happened. Yeah, I mean, like, especially during the match, I can't really read much of chat. Get him. Okay. Shh. Can I not? Aw. Fine. Keep Podgun 12 with Citadel. Like the 12 and 8, yeah, to make 20 energy. Nah. I prefer something that has a bit higher damage. So I've been using Reavers, which have been pretty darn good. They're very good against like outlaws. Essentially, it's kind of like using minigun, but I don't have to worry about outlaw as much. Minigun is mostly an achievement build, to be fair, but it's also like if it's only like 1 or 2 players, then I'm usually okay to use minigun. In like full battles, there's guaranteed to be at least 2 outlaws, pretty much. So to that extent, nah, minigun's not really going to be used. But sometimes you graviton beam as well. Yeah. Champion crate, crate of champions. Apparently, it was so good we don't even get to know what it was. All I know is I got 4,200 playoff points. And now I'm in 21st. Look at how many points these guys have. This is ridiculous. And I know I have a lot of crates and I could get a lot more. I've done the math. If I can... Listen. If I can get it by the end... Statistically, like I can calculate how many blueprints I should get from this. If I can get it by the end, then I'll go for it. I'll open up all my crates at once and I'll go for it. But otherwise, I'm just going to assume that I probably won't be able to win. Because most likely I won't be able to, right? And I'm just going to save my crates for maybe another playoff. Like this one, if I were to get the top 3, I get 8 coins, but it's like not a crazy amount of 8 coins. And if I were to get something else, like maybe a pilot or something like that, that would honestly be worth more. So I'd be like, I'm not super upset if I don't get this one, is what I'm saying. You're number 42 in top 500. Very cool. I'm not really checking hangers today. But good for you anyway. New skin redesigns or the old skin designs? I think pretty much all of the newer designs look better in my opinion. Yeah. I can't think of one that is worse. And I mean the ones that they actually redesigned, right? Like Surge or freaking Gatecrasher. Right? Like we're not talking about like kill showers, like, oh, it just got the random freaking skin. I think the ones that they actually put effort into, I think they all look very good. What monster is that? I'm glad you asked. It's this one. It's this one. It's a newer one, and it has quickly become one of my favorites. Like top 5 easily, probably top 2. Asking for permission, unlike some people, can I add you on Player and Play? I'm not really adding people unless like, I'm just gonna say default no. I'm just gonna say default no. I'm not adding people. Because when I add people, I get too many random DMs, and they still crash my game. By the way, if I was in the middle of a battle and if I get a DM from somebody in game, there's this weird bug that apparently only applies to me. Nobody else has experienced this except for me. I don't understand how this happens, but you guys have seen it like 3 times just this stream, right? All right. Well, this guy's getting timed out. But you guys have seen it multiple times just this stream, where I have to close the game and then I have to reopen it in order for me to like claim rewards or do very, very basic things. It just bothers me. And in an effort to limit the amount of DMs that I get, I just limit the number of people that I add, and that's just it. If you want, I'll put it this way: if you want a chance to add me at any point, I will add basically whoever during tournament times. So if I'm playing tournament, if I decide like, okay, I want to play tournament today, what'll happen is I have a place in my Discord where people can ping whatever role. They can ping some roles to get teammates for tournament medals. And I will do the same. And if you're online when I'm online and you want to join while I'm going to be playing, if I don't have you added, I'll just add you. It's as easy, it's as simple as that, right? And we're going to keep it like that for now. You also got that bug? That's crazy, because you're the only person that's ever told me that they've also experienced it. Nobody, as far as I know, nobody else has ever dealt with it. Like I've even talked to, like, I've talked to the devs, I've talked to like the admins, right? Because they deal with like a lot of the bug reports, like the moderators and stuff. Like I talk to them and they're like, yeah, like nobody, like we don't get reports about this. We don't even know what happens. Like we don't even know how it happens. There was that one stream where you got like 100 DMs. You had to unfriend so many people because they wouldn't stop. I mean, it happens, right? And I don't want to discourage people from DMing me, but at the same time, I kind of do want to discourage people from DMing me. We'll put it this way: I think the kinds of people that I would want to be friends with are the kinds of people that I would be okay DMing me, because they actively try to not bother me with things that I don't need to be bothered with, right? Like, a lot of you guys probably think that I get constant DMs from, like, you know, any of the people who are in my clan here, the free-to-play clan, or the people who are in the Flu clan. I don't. They'll ping me for things if they really need to. But generally speaking, like, they respect my time. And they don't want to bother me if they don't have to. And I essentially, I would like people who respect my time in that way. That's the kinds of people that I would like to have on my friends list. And unfortunately, I don't know who those people are until I've already added them. Did I get REVOKER 16? No, I did not. I could tell you exactly what I got. I got exactly nothing. Actually, I got exactly 600 pilot marks is what I got. May you have the power to stop spammers. Nah. I don't want to give random people moderator access. We do need more moderators here, though. We do need more moderators here. I could probably give it to a couple. Hold on. Any of the free-to-play clan people, if you're in the chat, I'll give you guys mod. I'll give you guys mod. That's fine. You can max your Solus, should you? No, you really shouldn't. Claim your season rewards. It's just. Oh well, it is that. Yeah, you're right. What should we get? A crate, Oracle reload, continuum damage. First, I'm gonna check to see if I have either of those. Weapons. Assault. Oracle. Sniper. Continuum. Not for that. Not for that. I do have Oracle reload, yeah. And I do have continuum damage, but not the epic one. I only have the rare. You chose the crate and got legendary Arachnos turret damage? That's crazy, bro. I actually might go with the crate as well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright. Let's gamble, boys. One last time. One last hurrah. Legendary Arc Torrent range. Well, it's completely pointless, because you know how many Arc Torrents I own? You know which Arc Torrents I own? None of them. I own exactly 0 Arc Torrents. Maybe we should. Maybe I should spend all my credits and all my A coins to max out Arc Torrent 12s or something. Could be OP, you don't know. Oh, Ezio, you can help me with moderation. Thank you. There you go. Sad Cat, you are not in my clan, but I've seen you around for a very long time, and I know you're fine. So if you want it, I will give you moderator access as well, just to stop the spammers. If you don't, there's 0 commitment attached to this, by the way. Don't you have another implant crate in your pass? That's true. I was actually like, I tend to save. Hold on. Moderator. There we go. So I tend to save the implant crates for when there's a legendary implant drop rate modifier, like 2 times modifier. It increases the chances of getting something good. And the last time I... Hold on. What was it? I'll show you what I got last time. I'll show you exactly what I got last time. Was it that? No, I don't think so. I think it was this. Fuse Mortar Reload. I opened like 4 or 5 basic implant crates on the day that there was the modifier. Fuse Mortar Legendary Reload. So back. You got Stormwrack Reload on the crate? Of course. The legendary one? That's good. One of those was a lot more gamer than the other. I think you're right. I think you're exactly right about that. I think you're exactly right about that. You are Robot Hunter. Sure, you can be a mod too, yeah. I don't like you're be honest, bro, unless you have like a readable English name, I'm not gonna recognize you. You've probably said who you were many times. I can't read that, so it's just the way it is. Fuse Mortar's overpowered and so gamer. What are you on? Well, maybe that was the one that was more gamer than the other. You don't know. No, I think we all know it. I think we all know. You're sorry. I mean, no, you don't need to be sorry. I'm literally just explaining. I was literally just explaining. If anything, I'm sorry for not recognizing you. You are Umbra. Sure, I'll add you too. Suppressor meta coming soon, trust? It's already here. Coming soon, what do you mean? Hangar review? No, not right now. You maxed out your Citadel? Did you mess up? I don't think so. It's really good. The problem is... You are dark? Okay. Seeing that in isolation is a very interesting comment. But knowing the context... Things have happened. Suppressor tail sting? That's crazy. I don't think I've... Have I used it? Nah, I probably have. What happened to coffee account? I just don't use it much. May you be granted permission to be a blue shield. You already are. What do you mean? Does the rank 6 Citadel mess with your matchmaking? A little bit. A little bit. And so if you were in my situation and you had a Mech, that you decide like, oh, I have the credits to max Citadel, and I have the blueprints to max Citadel, so I'm just gonna do it, I would say not the best idea. I'll be honest, I don't think it's the best idea. So I would try to upgrade stuff relatively equally. Like, to the extent that you see I have like a rank 4 thing here, and I have a rank 6 thing here. That's as far as I'm gonna go with it. I couldn't use a rank 3 in this hangar, it just wouldn't work. And using rank 4 alongside max level, like if we just assume that max rank is essentially this, like max level is essentially the same as an extra rank, then treating it like that, essentially what I'm saying is you only want a maximum of 2 ranks difference between anything in your hangar. Otherwise, you're going to have some massive performance issues. You promise you'll earn the power to ban spammers someday. Okay. I think we're on top of it right now, though. Please share A-coins? No. No. Listen. Listen. I got these because I didn't spend them. If I gave them to you, you'd gamble them all on something ridiculous. These are mine. Your charge rocket 8s are rank 3 from the vent crate. Should you rank them up? I think, especially when it comes to low energy weapons like 6 and 8, I think weapons are a lost cause if you get them low rank. And this is the same reason that I say not to buy, like for people who are willing to spend some money. It's okay to buy mechs, but you shouldn't buy weapons. You shouldn't buy weapons because it's just not worth it to rank them up. It's so expensive, and at the end of the day, it's just like it's kind of a waste, right? You end up spending so many resources on them, and it's so weak. It's just not worth it. So you'd have to spend a lot to make that charge rocket usable, and you know you wouldn't even use it for that long. Like it's not a permanent weapon in your hangar, right? It's just an 8 energy. It's not that good. Now, like, I'll use rank 4 stuff if it works. There's sometimes even just rank 4 is good enough, right? Like, if it works, it's fine. But I'm not gonna, like, these, for example, right? Just these as an example. Compound Beam is really, really good. I'm not going to upgrade these a single time. Because not only is it going to be very expensive, but I'm just not going to use these forever. I'll replace them with a 10 or a 12 at some point. So, like, why would I even bother doing that? So, yeah, you really shouldn't try. You shouldn't strive to get weapons at low rank. Some people used that exact same logic to, in the Battle Pass. Some people use that same logic, and they just go for the champion crate, which is fair enough. I fully understand. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. Perfectly understandable. It's clear logic. But for me, I went for Continuum just because it's like, I kind of want it, and I would rather not spend resources on it, so may as well. Yeah, that's basically it. You have almost 10k A-coins. Should you buy Outlaw or wait for Deathwalker event crate? Outlaw's arguably better. So you could. The thing is, like, I would say, unless you're trying to, like, speed run into max level late game, whatever. I skipped your super chat. Oh, I probably did. I'm sorry. Try to log out of your account that fixed it. I think you're talking about that whole thing. Thank you, by the way. I think you're talking about that whole thing where the DM bug. But I can tell you that that's not the case, and I can prove that it's not the case because I had that bug on my old laptop where I used to play, and then I got this new PC, which is a very nice PC. I installed Plarium Play and Mech Arena on it for the very first time. This is a new PC that I put together, and it still had the same bug from the very start. There's no level of logging in or like I had to download Plarium Play and then I had to log into my account. Like I was logged out by default. It shouldn't have been there. So I know that won't work. Do you think that a single player got the crate in the battle pass? I know a lot of people on my Discord or people just in comments who said that they just went for the crate. They just went for the champion crate in the battle pass. Well, yeah, because both the weapons in there are kind of mid. They're somewhat low rank 8 energy weapons. They're just not going to deal a lot of damage. So, like, for people who... 2 reasons, by the way. For people who just felt like, I probably wouldn't use the weapon. May as well go for the crate because it's some amount of resources. But also for the people who are thinking ahead in terms of, I want to be able to get this weapon from a crate rush event, and I can get it at rank 5 with a low amount of credits. Because keep in mind, every 6 and 8 energy weapon is possible to show up for credits every Monday. Every Monday there's a 6 or an 8 energy weapon, and you eventually can get all of them just for credits. You never have to spend a single A coin for it, and you can get it rank 5 as well. For myself, I don't really care. And my thinking was more so that I probably wouldn't bother getting Continuum 8, but I would, because Continuum is one of those weapons that really is only usable if you have high energy. So I was thinking, like, maybe I could pair the 8, the free 8, with a Continuum 12 at some point, if I just bought the 12 from the Gear Hub. And so then I could have 20 energy worth of that, and I wouldn't have to spend anything for the 8. That was my reasoning, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably just do that. The amount of credits that I get from a champion crate is not that much. It's like 40,000 or something like that. That's kind of nothing. So, yeah, there's reasonable logic going both ways. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. Why are you using Lodestar on Hemlock? Isn't that a barrage pilot? It is. The problem is that I don't have another missile pilot. If I did, I would be using it. Don't time out for 24 hours unless it's necessary. Yeah. Be reasonable. Be reasonable. If you think it's just some kid who's spamming because they're a kid, then, like, don't like, ban them or do anything crazy. Just give them, like, an hour or 2. Let them chill. Right? Like, I try to not ban people unless you know that they're going to be they're just going to continue being a problem as much as they can. So I'm very lenient in that way. Use some barrage weapon then? It's not worth it. Stormrack is just such a strong weapon, and I have the legendary reload implant. It's such a strong weapon, it's kind of a crime not to use it. And I'm losing out on some damage, but it's like... It's just bad pairing if you use pod gun. It's like it's just a worse build overall. So, in my opinion, I think this is probably better. I don't, like, super love it, and I will get another missile pilot at some point, right? But... as of right now, I think pod gun is just it's mid. Game has a mech called Cheetah that has snow leopard skin. Unplayable. I love that the conclusion of this absolute cacophony is that the game is unplayable. I agree. Like 100%. You're absolutely right, and I'm about to uninstall right after this stream. Don't you use a Podgun Citadel? I haven't for a while. I do occasionally, but I've enjoyed the Reavers actually. Because they had the seasonal modifier last time, and that's when I really got into it. But even without them, they're doing very, very decently at this lower SP, right? They do rely a lot on double damage chance, so at high SP they're not going to be that good. But at this SP, they do very, very good work at this SP. New barrage weapon suit. That's also true. Yeah, this is the new barrage weapon. I forgot about that. I wonder when they're going to release it. Maybe soon. Okay, shiny. Hold on. I'm gonna time you out, bro. My guy, he keeps asking why don't I use Gemini Orion. First off, I'm 100% certain that I answered the question at least one time. Second off, there's no chance that it's that important. There's no chance that it's that important. He's been spamming that like every 5 seconds. Suppressor's working good on your Hemlock. No, I mean, like, that makes sense, right? They deal some decent burst damage. You can get some good damage off on them while they're in that state. Podgun, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of Podgun Hemlock specifically. No, I just kind of wasn't. Maybe I could give it another go. I do have the 12 and the 6 now, so I can fill up the full energy. Sorry, you went to get a monster. You know, that is the only acceptable excuse. Any other excuse, and you would have been fired. Why are more games free to play for the first year? And then the next everyone's paying even if the price goes up? The reason is because they get you hooked on the game by making it free to play, and then they change it and they make it very unfree to play friendly. But there's already a bunch of people who are already playing the game, and they like the game. They've learned about the game by now, and so they're just willing to spend money for it. They're like, well, I like it. I already know I like it, so I may as well spend money. That's just how it works. That's how they get you money. What is my goal with the free-to-play hangar right now? It's a good question, because I actually don't know. I would say my primary goal is just to get as many random mechs and weapons as I can, just because I want to. I definitely am not interested in speed running to high SP. I don't want that. I want to keep myself, even 6,000 SP it's pretty high compared to a lot of people. Most people are around the 4 to 5 range. Most people are around the 4 to 5,000 range. Getting to 6K was, I mean, it was an inevitability, partially because I have this thing here, but also because I've got more legendary pilots now and all sorts of stuff like that. But I'm not really interested in speedrunning. What some would call progress is ultimately just a meta fest. Because when you get to higher SP, then the only stuff that works is the meta stuff. It's like barely, almost impossible to play the game without using meta stuff. And it's just, yeah. And there's a lot less players. So it's both more competitive and less interesting at the same time. More competitive in the sense that, you know, you have less valid mech and weapon options to choose from. But at the same time, you face less players just by default. So it's like it's just honestly worse in every sense of the way. So yeah, I'm not in any rush to get there. I already know what it's like on my max level account. 2 hours and 50 minutes. True. The game's so much more fun right in the middle. Absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Try Savant Orion someday? I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have. The thing with Savant is that I don't have any legendary guided pilot. Or even an epic, I just have a rare. So it's not that good. So using a rare pilot on a rank 4 Orion with just Savant 8s, it's like, yeah, I can kill some stuff, but it's not going to do very well. Jailbreak, you want to be... Okay. I've seen you around. I think you're fine. So you were asking me that one question a bunch of times, and I answered it. And I made a joke out of it, but you apparently weren't paying attention to the answer, so I ended up having to answer it twice. Why don't I play competitively? I mean, like, most of my time goes into just random stuff, right? Like, I've never been one to, like, try to be like, oh, I want to, you know, focus a lot on meta stuff. Like, there's a lot of... You could say that the TLDR is, like, I'm just not that good at it. Because, I don't practice with the meta stuff, and so I'm not very good with the meta stuff, and there's just elements of it that... There's elements of it that I definitely like, and I like to do competitive stuff, you know, every now and again. And we'll probably be doing some pretty soon. But it's just not the sort of thing that specifically interests me, right? Like, you guys know me by now. I'm the type of person who runs random builds for fun. Like, I would rather spend 3 hours streaming that random wheel thing where I get autocannon surge and I have to try to get a kill with it. I would rather stream that for 3 hours than to stream competitive super sweaty custom matches for 3 hours. You get what I'm saying? That's just the way that I am. And a lot of you guys know this by now. I would think. I am the anti-meta guy. It's true. Except for Suppressor. Suppressor is meta. What is the epic weapon you'd be willing to upgrade? You would go with Ember Gun. I would not go with Ember Gun. I would go with either Fuse Mortar or Nade Launcher. Simply because they have unique capabilities that no legendary weapons have. If you're going to go with an epic weapon, at least it should be unique in a sense that it offers you some type of value, right? Ember Gun is just a worse close quarters weapon. Like, why are you even bothering? There's no point. It's just worse than REVOKER, and I think everyone kind of knows that by now. So, if it were up to me, absolutely, yeah. I would pick either Fuse Mortar or Nade Launcher. I'm not... Depending on what you're into, I think Fuse Mortar is, like, actually kind of, like, more usable in competitive gameplay, surprisingly. But Nade Launcher, I think, has more skill potential, and it'd probably be more entertaining to use. So depending on which way you lean in that regard. But, yeah, those would be my picks. Or if you're Pablo, you go for Cryo Launcher instead. You have Fuse 12s on stock. It sheds. It doesn't shred, it sheds. You know, that makes sense. I never thought about dying as shedding, but it kind of is. That is fair. Anyway. I've just been rambling for probably about an hour now. And so what probably it's time to stop. There's not really anything to do. There's not really anything to talk about. And about half of you guys have left already. So fair enough. I'm not going to keep you any longer. But, yeah. What are we... Do I have anything to talk about? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a couple things that I'll that I do kind of want to mention, but I'll mention it at some other point when I'm ready. But no, I don't think right now. But yeah, yeah. I appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody who stopped by for however long that it may have been. Especially all the guys that have been here for the entire time. It's about 3 hours. 2 hours of which were actually interesting, and one was not, probably. But yeah. Bye-bye.